You need to set a boundary that you're not the last minute girl. Do you want to be somebody else convenient? Do you want to be an Uber Eat, where they can just pick up the phone and call and you'll be right there? Hi guys, we are back today with my favorite subject, boundary. How we were trained to give, to receive validation from others and society, our upbringing, people pleaser tendency, and how we scared to lose people. What is your definition of boundary? First of all, I want you to know that creating boundary or having boundary is not about controlling the other person. It's about setting the limit, what will be accepted to your level of authenticity that will not cause you resentment. So before we dive in the subject, if you tell me that you feel guilty to have boundary, I want you to know that guilt is completely fine. Guilt is okay. You can still feel guilty, but carry on your boundaries to protect yourself. I would be lying if I tell you to not feel guilty and don't give a crap about anyone else but yourself. If you don't feel guilty at all, you probably have a little bit of problem, narcissist issue or something. So it's completely normal to feel guilty. Don't beat yourself up for feeling guilty. Allow yourself to feel it, but be you and do you anyways. Please don't tell me that, well, I'm a nice person, therefore it's hard for me to set boundary. A nice person isn't a person who doesn't have a boundary. A nice person is a person who approach people expressing themselves politely. That doesn't mean that they are accepting of others stepping on them. They understand that they need to fill their own cup first. Then they will have the ability to help others, to pour in others' cup. And when you set boundary, people are not gonna like it, especially when people are already used to the old you, which work for them. You know, when they want thing and you go out of your way to do it, and now what, you want to have a boundary, you want to draw a line, they will be uncomfortable and they will not like it. But it's not about them, it's about you. I want you to remember this. People's natural instinct is to push, because that's human. We want to see how far we can push. So don't expect them to stop pushing, but expect yourself to be so strong and stand on your own value that you won't settle for anything that less than what you deserve, or saying yes to things that your heart is not wanting to do so. Hi, my name is Delilah. Welcome to my channel. In this channel, we talk about healing, self-growth, motivational, how to find happiness through purpose, and a lot more other subject. Now, if you are just here for a great laugh, please check out my short. I'm sure you have fun there. Otherwise, let's dive right in. What is boundary? How to set boundary, how to keep up with your boundary. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and set some examples so you have deeper understanding. Let's say if someone asks you to do a favor and you say yes to them because you feel like you should, but deep inside you don't feel like it, then you continue to carry on the work with resentment toward the person, and there's gonna be this negative energy between you guys in your space. Nothing's gonna work out when you have that negative vibe, trust me. Don't say yes just because you feel like you have to, but with resentment. Now, if you say yes and you feel like you want to do it and you happily do it, then go for it. That's exactly what giving should be. It should not be about resent. Let's say if you're so tired and you really don't want to do it, but you just rather be there than not, and then you're not even performing a great job. When you are half-assed in anything, most of the time the result will turn out half-assed, and then it's gonna ruin whatever process that the person is trying to make. So you're not really helping. You're harming yourself, and you're harming the result, and you're harming the friendship between you and the other person. Boundary is very much needed. This is going to be an interesting one. I was a tomboy. I am still a tomboy. Even though I look like a girl, I dress like a girl, I talk like a girl, but there's this masculine energy inside of me that whenever I start dating someone, or even when I hang out with the guys, I start to act like one. I cannot help it. It's natural for me. Therefore, I break a lot of boundaries. And if you're going to act like a dude, you are going to be treated like a dude around them. So please don't think that being the guy's homeboy or being the cool girl, it's gonna get you what you want because you want to be like a boy. They will treat you like a boy. Just like in relationship, you know how men talk to each other, sometimes they don't have that boundary or mutual respect. So if he start talking to you like that, you need to ask yourself, what did you do to put yourself in this situation? Do you really want to be his homeboy? Do you want to be a cool girl who's okay with everything? Oh, she's so cool, she's so chill. Don't make that mistake, especially in relationship. You have to be a woman, you have to be a lady if you want to be treated like a lady. One time, this guy, he's dating my girlfriend, and he thought I was so cool, and we were in the jacuzzi together, and he started calling me, hey, bitch. get this, get that for me. I've went through my healing and I know that, no, I'm not letting you call me a bitch. And I said, excuse me, what did you say? Can you not call me that? And he said, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I just thought you're like a sister. You're so cool. So I'm just, being really blunt and being myself right now. You're like a homie. I'm like, I understand that and I appreciate that, but I don't appreciate you calling me a bitch. Just not funny to me at all. It's not any way that I would appreciate it. So either you stop doing that, because he still carry on for like another time or two. You need to get out and leave this place. I'm not associating with you. I'm not trying to make a big deal, and I saying it in a very calm way, but I won't put up with it. I'm not okay with it. So you have to speak up for yourself however you want to be treated. And then when you communicate about boundary, you don't have to be all upset and mad. You don't need to get emotionally involved. You just be very firm and calm and clear. This is what I expect, okay? You can do what you want, okay? I'm not controlling you to do what I want you to do, but I will not associate with that. I will not be okay with that. I will step out. I will remove myself out of this, or you need to leave. You can go do that somewhere else to someone else, but I'm not putting up with it. So you're not controlling them. You're just letting them know that this is how it's going to be for me if you want to continue this friendship, this relationship. If you're going to set a boundary, I want you to really understand what you want from this. You really mean it. Because when you set boundary, especially when you never do it before, people are going to push back and you are going to have to know what to say back to them. Because if you pause and you're like, okay, this is getting awkward, I just forget my boundary, they will continue to push you again. If they can, they will. So you need to back yourself up and stand firm for what you believe, and you will not go back on it no matter what. Even if you just let this slide for this one time and say, yes, just for this one, I will set out a boundary another time. No, they are not going to respect you, and you will not respect yourself. And then you're just like, okay, this boundary thing is just not working for me. No, you need to be firm about your decision. And then there's another type of boundary that I'm lacking sometimes, is self-boundary. Basically, this is what I'm going to do today, okay? I need to finish this list. I just picked the easiest to do. I'll just do that later. What happened is, when you say that you will do something and you don't do it, your subconscious mind is not going to take you serious. The only way for you to gain the level of respect for yourself and your confidence is being disciplined to yourself. Set a boundary and don't break your own boundary. That's how you train yourself to level up, get a lot of things done. Because if you keep being so easy on yourself, let yourself crossing your own boundary, you will end up just bounce back, literally, to where you were, partnership, whatever it is. I do understand. Some of us grow up in family where they don't understand boundary, and setting boundary is ridiculous to them. It's hard. It's going to be hard for you to communicate and tell your parents that, this is just not what I appreciate. I really like if you stop talking about this subject right now. If they will not stop being how they are, and you cannot do anything about it, you can't move out of the house, and you're living depending on them, then what I need you to do is I need you to work on your inner self so hard and so strong that you have compassion for them instead, and you understand where they're coming from. That doesn't mean you put your boundary down and let them step on you. You just don't let things observe in your head, and you just learn to build this wall up so strong that it cannot break you. Now, everybody's boundary is different. Let's say if it really doesn't bother you and you happily doing it, or you feel like you want to change your boundaries from time to time, and you accept things, you allow things because you feel like you are fully filled, battery is charged, and you can put up with it, and it doesn't really bother you, then it's okay. And then there's one thing that I would hear: what if I set a boundary and people leave? If people leave, let them. I'm so serious. Anybody can't respect your boundary, can't take your no for an answer. Do they truly love you? Or they love what you can provide for them? Or they love that you can do what they want you to do and be a certain version of yourself? This is when you become craving for their validation, and it's become unhealthy. Why would you want to stay in a relationship, friendship, that you would end up resenting the person, that you can't be yourself? Speak your truth and be authentic. So it's best that you let them go. To be honest, everything is temporary. I believe people come into our life just like a contract. We sign a contract. When the contract is over, they taught us the lesson that need to be taught. Unfortunately, when you are on this route of self-improvement and working on yourself, you are going to lose a lot of people. because your vibrational is not matching anymore. I'm not telling you to drop all your childhood friends or high school friends that you have close connection with, but you will eventually find yourself linked with people who are on the same mindset. Regardless if you want to hold on to these old people so tight, it's just not going to happen because you're not vibrating on the same vibration, and the universe will separate you. So it's very important that if you're working to level yourself up, the people around you, if they want to stay together, if not, then I'm sorry, it's time to say goodbye. That doesn't mean you don't love them or you betray them. It's just, I always love you, but from a distance. Just because I love you, that doesn't mean you have access to me. I also have a client, she's amazing and lovely, and she was just dating this guy and she's so attracted to him. He only wants to see her once a month, and he'll plan a really nice date, staycation over, but he would not let her into his life. Like, he would just disconnect right after, and then she would just be in confusion for months. And finally, I told her, you need to know your value, and you need to recognize that however he is, to cause him to act this way, it's really not your problem. But if you stay in this and you accept to see him once a month, just, overnight like this, and you are telling him that that is your boundary and you accept that kind of treatment. So there's only two things. You communicate to him like, hey, this is not working out for me, I'm going to need more, or you need to go. So she ended up calling it off, and she was sad, but she feels so much more powerful because she finally can stay with her truth versus resent him every time after that and feel so uncomfortable. On the other hand, there's a guy that also really liked her, but called her the last minute to hang out, and she's like getting tired of being called the last minute. So I told her, you need to set a boundary that you're not the last minute girl. If you want to see me, you need to make plan, and you need to make it a priority. Like, I'm not for your convenience. Do you want to be somebody else's convenience? Do you want to be an Uber Eat where they can just pick up the phone and call and you'll be right there? No. So your boundary is not just to protect yourself, but it to set your expectation for others. If it's hurting your inner child, imagine if all of the abandonment wound, last minute call flaky, and your inner child is hurting, you need to check in with her because she should be the most important part. Your inner child is not your past. She's always living inside you at that moment. So if you feel triggered, you need to check in and see, are you okay with seeing this person once in a while? Is it going to cause you to feel some type of way, to some type of pain? And if she does feel that way, then you need to back up and protect yourself, protect your own inner child. If she was a real child, would you allow anybody to do that to her? There you go. And if there's subject that you don't want to talk about, or people trying to dig into your personal life, just tell them no. I don't want to talk about it. And if they ask you for things and you don't want to do it, just say no, I don't want to do it. Well, it doesn't take you a lot of time, you can rest tomorrow. No, I don't care. I need to do what's best for me right now. You think that's best for me, but that's you. That's your opinion. It might sound selfish, but trust me, you need to love yourself. You need to put yourself first. And your job is not to be everywhere and do everything for everyone. And then I also have friends who are pusher. When they wanted me to do something for them, they'll be like, well, I'm gonna need your decision soon. Like, when can you give it to me? And I'm just like, well, I'm not ready yet. Well, I need it soon. So this, you can just tell them, okay, well, I respect that you need it soon, but I cannot make my decision right now. So I'm okay if you have to take another way or ask someone else, or do whatever it takes to make your own arrangement and skip me out. I'm totally fine with that. You have to be firm, and people will push, and don't get mad at them for pushing. Sometimes when people push me, I get really mad because of what I've been through in the past, where I have problem with authority. But that's another story for another day. So I would get so upset and I would hold that resentment. No, just push back. No, it's not an answer for me, and you'll have to wait. And if you don't want to wait, then you can take another route. So by constantly setting up your boundary, you expressing your value, your expectation, and you sending out a vibe to the universe that this is who you are and you're ready to level up. Therefore, the universe will send you the energy, the people that will match with your vibration. Remember that no is a complete answer. When you start catching yourself finding reason and excuses, sometimes putting a lie, that means you're still not being authentic to yourself. And I still have to work on that, because I do sometimes say no, and then because of this, because of that, I'm just able to say no, I just can't. it's just not fitting with what I supposed to do right now. I'm in monk mode. I don't want to see people. I don't want to have any gathering. And I'm not doing this to you personally, so don't take it personal. You know, if you are a true friend, you understand that this is important to me and I have to do this for myself. And your true friend will understand. They will not push you. And to close today's video up, I want to let you know that always check in with yourself. See what you are comfortable with. Don't go beyond your own limit of authenticity. Don't push your limit for somebody else. If you're uncomfortable, that's it. And if it's a give and take, the people give you just as much as they're taking, it's okay. Then you set your own boundary. Having a boundary doesn't mean to shut people out. It's about being honest and authentic to what you are willing to give and take. Alright, that's all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. All these information really helped me as I was struggling as a people pleaser. Sometimes I still caught myself falling back into that, but awareness. Work on yourself and snap out of it. If you like what I share, please hit that like. If you haven't, please subscribe to support my channel. And please leave your comment. Let me know what question you have, what you think about this, or what are you doing to set your boundary. Your comment means so much to me. It's like the real information I need to know if I'm doing a good job or not. If I should create the same content, or what does it matter to you. Because this channel is for my self-improvement and for your growth as well. I want to dedicate what I learned and what I can help for you. Sending you so much love and light. I love you guys. Bye bye.